Have you ever wondered what happens when a sense of total entitlement crashes head-on into an immovable object? Well, today we're diving deep into a story that starts with a cringy pickup line and spirals into a pretty brutal lesson in consequences.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. We are jumping right into a story that just escalates like crazy, from a simple no thanks to a full-blown knockdown confrontation. And it all really boils down to this one question.
What really happens when a rich kid, someone who's so used to getting exactly what they want, finally pushes someone way too far? I mean, what does that breaking point actually look like? Let's get right into it.
So, our story kicks off with what you can only describe as a cringy confrontation. We've got this character Ben, a wealthy young man who seems to think confidence is something you can just buy. He decides to try his luck with a girl named Sophia, but his entire approach is, well, it's a spectacular failure.
So what's his big strategy? His master plan? He literally pulls his line straight out of a cheesy romantic movie. You know, picturing some grand sweeping moment. But what he's about to get is a massive dose of cold, hard reality.
Sophia doesn't just turn him down, she absolutely dismantles him. It's pure, brutal honesty. She immediately calls out his hair, and then, in a really cutting move, she compares him to her bodyguard James, and not favorably. Yeah, there is zero sugarcoating happening here. And she lays it all out for him, crystal clear. It's not just his looks or the fact that he creepily just showed up at her house completely uninvited. Nope, she's also heard the rumors flying around university that he's a total womanizer. The bottom line is, she is not impressed, not in the slightest.
But, you know, a simple rejection isn't the end of it. Not for Ben. His ego is just shattered, and when he can't get what he wants with his so-called charm, his words, they quickly turn to venom. He is completely stunned. I mean, because of his family's status, he's used to people just falling all over themselves to respect him. He just cannot handle being criticized, especially by a girl he was trying to impress. And his fury? It's immediate. But Sophia? She gives as good as she gets. She fires right back, calling him a daddy's boy and accusing him of doing nothing but causing trouble. You can tell she's not backing down an inch. In fact, she's doubling down.
Okay, now he's enraged, and Ben just goes for the throat. He starts attacking her character, her innocence, even her looks, calling her a witch. He is desperately trying to hurt her, to make her feel as small as he feels in this moment.
And this is where the story takes its darkest turn. The fight goes from just petty insults to a proposition so demeaning, so awful, that it changes everything.
He sneers at her, pulls out a huge stack of cash, and literally throws it at her feet. His offer is as disgusting as it is direct. $1,000 for one night. See, in his mind, this isn't an insult, it's a transaction. He's trying to buy back his power.
And when she doesn't respond, he doesn't stop. He throws down another $2,000, bringing the grand total to $3,000. This number just perfectly illustrates his completely warped worldview, that every single person, every situation, it all has a price tag.
And Sophia's reaction, you gotta remember, she's only 18, she's never even been on a date, so to have her character slandered like this, it leaves her feeling hurt, resentful, and just completely wronged. She's so angry she could cry.
And through all that anger, she tells him, "You've crossed a line." And she is absolutely right. But what she doesn't know is just how true those words are about to become.
Because now, someone else steps in. Up to this point, her bodyguard James has been totally silent. But that's about to change. The entire power dynamic of this whole situation is about to flip on its head. James just calmly asks Sophia if their bodyguard contract is now in effect. She gives him a weak little nod. And that's it. That is all the signal he needs to act.
And he acts decisively. One heavy punch connects, and Ben is sent flying. The story uses this amazing line to describe it. It says, he looked like a kite with a broken string. It's just a perfect metaphor for his sudden, total loss of control. As he's pinning Ben to the ground, James delivers this clear, cold warning. He even grabs Ben's own baseball bat and smashes it on the ground right next to his head, just for emphasis. The message is unmistakable. And just like that, the tables have completely turned.
The bully who thought he was absolutely untouchable is now completely and utterly defeated, brought to his knees.
I mean, the transformation is just staggering. He went from being arrogant and totally in control to pitiful and literally begging for mercy. All that confidence, all that pride, just shattered in an instant by James's intervention.
And the humiliation isn't over yet. Ben's first instinct is to apologize to James, just to make the pain stop. But James isn't having any of it. He just applies more pressure and commands him, apologize to her. And at that point, totally defeated, Ben has no choice but to agree.
And that brings us to our final, lingering thought for today. Look, Ben's words were vile, and his actions were incredibly insulting, no question. But was James's physical response a justified act of defense for Sophia, or did it cross the line into just plain revenge? What do you think?
If you like the story, please like and share it, and subscribe to the channel to watch future episodes. Thanks for watching.